suppose it did sound funny. I used to lie out on the beach, close my eyes, may there be a pretty girl lying on the sand next to me.
my first time.
You're kidding.
I'm sorry.
Good evening world, and good evening to anyone who's joining my channel now or in the future, whenever you watch if you watch this video, if you stumble upon this video. Today it's a very beautiful night in Seoul. The weather was nice today. At last the weather is not reaching any weird temperatures and humidity levels, like you can properly breathe and walk outside. What else today? I also have prepared a beer, Cass Light, 33% calorie down. Interesting how they wrote calorie in Korean but then down in English. So yeah, this is going to be my partner for tonight. I can never stick my finger under this, so what I do usually is I just lift it a little bit so I can put my finger and then, oh yeah, nice sound. Cheers world. So yeah, what happened today? Yesterday I had some problems with the website, with the third project, which is the product landing page, and I fixed them, especially with, like, I understood better how to use media queries and why, like, I noticed that I used the same query 5 times just for separate elements, which was just unnecessary, so I bunched them all together, and then I put the fonts I wanted to use eventually, and I finalized the footer part of it. And yeah, okay, let me show you what progress I did today and how I finalized the assignment. Okay, here is the page itself and the code. Let me just close this thing, we don't need it. And over here you can see the page. I uploaded it. Like, this is not the logo I used for the page itself, it's just that I can't upload an image file on CodePen, so I had to link like an image from Wikipedia and use it as a logo. About it, we have about, video and reservations, which when you click you go to, and then you go to reservations. But yeah, okay, so as you can see, I did the fonts. By the way, my monitor is over here, so you can see, as you can see over here, I have the About Us page. I fixed this problem, and the thing about it is, it's also, I used flex, so you can see that if I go under a certain resolution, it changes automatically, and you can see that also the navigation changes. So this is the whole page itself. Over here, let me see if I can switch for a second. This is the whole page. There is the logo itself. It's not clickable. I was wondering, should I do it clickable, but I did not do it. It's also a very nice video of a person I follow on YouTube, and he talks about the software engineer stereotype. And then I have the subscribe to your newsletter for daily menu updates, and then you can put your email and then you submit it. And also make a reservation. So I have this part over here of the website where it's divided with flex, CSS flex, and then you have the footer over here, which is also not really clickable. But yeah, eventually, if it's a real page, it should be clickable, right? Okay, so this is the page itself, and then this is what the instructions were and the requirements for the assignment. And yeah, I think we're done with this. And you can see over here I'm going to do a test, run test. All requirements are completed, so there is no problem with this part over here. And yeah, okay, so we have this guy over here now. This is what we have to do for the fourth assignment, which is a technical documentation page. You see you have introduction, you have this navigation on the side, which should be flexible, or more, should be responsive, like this. After you switch, after you go under a certain resolution, like let's say if you're on a mobile, on a tablet, the navigation should be scrollable with a fixed size, and then you have the whole page. It's a single page design again. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to start today, and let me just snap it. By the way, if you want to snap things on your Mac, it's possible. It's not impossible, but it's annoying. So what I did is I just bought it's a software called Magnet Pro from the App Store, and I've been using it for more than a year. Pretty much the time when I bought the notebook itself, I also bought it. It was like for 1,000 won or something. It's like $1. It was on a discount. I bought it and I have been using it. And the guy, I guess the two guys actually, Kozarek and Sedlak. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. They might be East European, these guys. That's how they sound Polish. Not really sure, sorry. So yeah, it's amazing software. It has been updated quite often, so it's supported. It's not like they just did it like version 1 and just F it and just leave it on the internet. It's like 2.3, so it's been constantly updated. They even changed the logo itself. So yeah, Magnet Pro, I recommend it, really good. And also, I forgot to do it in the start. If you want to learn code, over here, freeCodeCamp.org, go there. And then my tools, OBS for streaming and Visual Studio Code is my text editor. I don't use CodePen straight, I like to use it in VSC. VSC, yes, correct, VSC, and so I can get used to the software itself. And I got really used to it. It's really comfortable. In the beginning it looks a little bit intimidating, to be honest, unlike Atom or Brackets, which Atom is supported by GitHub itself. And now that GitHub is part of Microsoft, I don't know what's going to happen with the text editor itself, because Microsoft already has VSC, which is pretty much probably from what I know, it's the most popular text editing tool currently on the market. And Brackets is supported by Adobe. And what's one difference between Brackets, Atom and Visual Studio Code is, like, Brackets, as Adobe says, it's the text editor for designers. Like it has this button on the side where you just click it and it just opens a browser, separate browser, not in your current browser. It just opens a separate window with like momento, like instant updates when you update the code. You don't need to save the file so it updates. It just updates instantly the moment you edit it, and it also gives you some information, like as to where how big an image is or how big an element is. everything, like all elements in the page, you can see where they are now, like how much is from the side and whatever, like sizes and everything. It's a really useful feature, especially for designers. But I noticed that it's not really updated properly, not properly, but updated constantly. And there is bugs, of course. There's going to be bugs. There's bugs everywhere. But I guess that they have a small market, and like it's still open source, so it's maintained by other people, other contributors. But still, like compared to VSC, which is constantly updated, it's amazing. Like a lot of people work on this software. It's still open source, if I'm not mistaken. And that's one thing I like about VSC, that it's really updated and it's supported. And then, Atom is also really supported, but there's more bugs. And it's also quite popular. Like it's fully editable. It's amazing. Like you can do anything as long as you know, like JavaScript. If I'm not mistaken, is based on JavaScript. You can pretty much do whatever you want with it. It's also open source. But VSC has been perfect for me. I like it, and I got in the beginning it's a little bit intimidating. Atom looks a little bit simpler, and this one has this, like VSC has this menu on the side, like you have on the leftmost side. You have the menu where you have like your files, and then you have the search function. Sorry, you have built-in GitHub, like Git management. Also, Atom has it. Also, it's maintained by GitHub pretty much. They pretty much own the thing. And then you have debugging on the VSC, and then you have extensions on the side. And unlike other software, like they don't have this menu. Everything is just hidden, because I'm using Mac. Everything is in the top bar. But in the beginning, it looked a little bit difficult, and I didn't think I could get used to it. But when you sit down and just use it constantly, you just get used to it. It's normal. And yeah, okay, let me just switch views again for a second. Okay, and another cheers. So I did this. I had some HTML mistakes, which I also fixed, but we're done with this, and I'm going to open a new repository which I already created in advance. Let me just see, file, open, and then I'm going to open documentation page we have already open here. I already created also a readme file with it. And you see it's pretty much empty. I just have git attributes. And readme, which just says documentation page. I can always add stuff on it. freeCodeCamp assignment number 4, technical documentation page. I'm gonna save this fellow over here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new file by command N. It's pretty much an empty file, and over here what I would like to do is, just give me a second, I'm going to copy, but wait, let me first save it first. You see, now you don't see it, but it pops like when I hit Command S or Control S, it's the save. I'm executing the save command, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to write doc tech-doc.html, bang, and I have an HTML file. Okay, and I'm going to go back to my landing page. Ooh, my voice cracked for a second. It's not because of excitement. Oh, but today was today in the afternoon I went to there's a local Google campus in Seoul over here. It's called Google Campus Seoul, which has a nice co-working space and quite full with people actually. The incubation area is really nice. Like, and I can see like constantly startups changing over here, because I guess they have this certain amount of time they can use it as an office, and then they change with new, or maybe they just grow enough so they can move outside. And the area is nice. It's not huge like as someone could imagine, like this humongous campus, but it's nice, and it's also a very nice alternative if you want to start your own company and you need a push. You can apply to become like a tenant in the campus. It's a nice area, and they all separately they have this co-working space with a cafe, so you can just go there and just order a drink and sit down. Like, everything was full, so I just asked like this guy who was sitting alone on a big table, is it okay if I sit with you? Usually people don't ask like this. Usually people try to sit alone by themselves in a table or in a seat, but you know, I followed my foreigner instincts. But yeah, it's a nice area. I like it. It's smaller. It's way smaller than the Seoul Startup Hub near Kongdok Station. Google Campus is at Samsung Station, like 5-minute walk from Samsung Station, but it's smaller. And Samsung Station is pretty much where like the big company, not the big companies, but a lot of the, like it's one of the expensive, really expensive areas in the city. It's in Gangnam, where it's famous for. It became famous because of Psy and his song Gangnam Style. But it's a nice area, and also Seoul Startup Hub, it's huge. But for Google Campus Hub, you should make a membership, and they give you like this electronic card where you can just open the door, because doors are locked, and only people with, like, if you're a member, you can invite 3 more people with you, so you can sit down and do something. And if you're not a member, just go inside and just tell them I want to become a member. They just give you, just fill out your email and something, and that's it. And they just give you a card. And yeah, and also you should always wear it. In Seoul Startup Hub, you don't need to, like, first and second floor are co-working spaces. You can just go inside and sit down and you're done. No need to reserve a place, no need to do a membership or whatever. Yes, done. If you want to do an office, like if you want to take an office, or like, if you want to do like business, if you want to use their services, you should, I guess you should apply for it. It's a little bit more complicated, but still the government is providing these services for people who want to do business, which is very nice. It's like a push that a lot of people need. And yeah, okay, enough talking. Let me just go from the HTML. I just want to copy the head. I don't want to type it again. And then I just put the body separately. I have this, blah 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 blah, description, freeCodeCamp project, technical documentation, technical, documentation page, and then style sheet. The style sheet is going to be the same as the HTML file, tech-doc.css, which is non-existent at the moment. I'm going to do it when I finish with the HTML. Google Fonts. Oops, sorry about the camera shake. Yeah, let's go to fonts.google.com and just choose something. Choose something, but what should we choose? Let's see. Display. Remove the sans serif, remove hand-drain. Oh, let's just use monospace. We're just going to use monospace. No, serif. We're going to use serif also. Or sans serif, sorry. Monospace, let's use it for the code part, because we have to insert like these code snippets in it. And yeah, okay. What should we use? What should you use? Should use Open Sans again? But first I'm gonna do it serif only. Let's use something for the code, which is going to be Source Code Pro. No, doesn't look. Code DNF. Ooh, we can use this gimmicky one. Space Mono. ShareTech Mono. ShareTech Mono looks nice. Yeah, let's go with ShareTech Mono, which has only one style. Or no, it's a little bit too thick. Anonymous Pro. IBM Plex Mono. Choosing a style is not really easy. ShareTech Mono. Let's just use ShareTech Mono. And for this one, oh, what was this? Cute. Clever. Very clever, Google. Okay. Oops. The body and the title. Let's just do it the same thing. Same font. Also, now you can just use Notosan Korean over here, or wait, let's just use the. Nah, this is not really nice. Mukta, no. Ubuntu. Should we use Ubuntu? Let's use Ubuntu. It has a nice. Oh yeah, it has a nice ball. Okay. We're gonna use Ubuntu for titles, and then for the body itself, let's use something that is familiar. Oops, sorry. To the user. Something that's familiar to the user. Something familiar is going to be Open Sans. So in the end, I always come back to Open Sans, I guess. Yeah, but it's... Wait. Light. Shiny. No, this is too white. Source and Pro. Okay, done. Perfect. We have 3 families selected. So what I should do also is let's just create the CSS file itself. I'm gonna make it now. Let me just fix the monitor. Which is going to be tech-doc.css. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna copy this one like the previous file. And what I'm going to do is put a comment, and then from over here, let me just do it like this. I don't like where this is inserted, and then let's go. Share tag mono is going to be for the code part. Ubuntu was going to be our titles, and the body itself is going to be Source on Pro. I'm gonna save this and then just forget about it. And then what I need from over here is so that's why my fonts did not work properly. You see, because the load time is slowing down when I use too much, which makes sense. So what we should do is, let's use the light one. It's going to be on a white background, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem. Just use the regular. And over here, let's use the bold. Like if you have a font and you want to separate something, like visually, make it more important, is, let's say for example, we have regular, and then you have medium, which is 400 and 500. Don't use 400 and 500 in the same time. Use one step above, 400, 600, 400, 700. 400, 500, the difference is very subtle, so the user can't really notice it, especially if you're not a designer. So it's nice to have always one step up. From one step up, like just skip one step. So let's say if you're using extra light over here, which is 200, use for title, for body, you're using extra light, which is 200, and you want to use something which should be more heavy, like put more importance, like a title or a subtitle. Let's say subtitle, use 400, title, use 600. And then the user can just visually separate them subconsciously. Like the idea is not to make the user think, the idea is to leave the user and just so the user can concentrate on the content itself. That's what I think is said. Our shared tag mono font has only one size, which is regular, but Ubuntu has several. 700 is the biggest, and then you have medium. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 700 in medium, and then from over here I'm going to use light, because you can see that between the medium and the light there is a really big difference. So perfect. You see, I'm skipping a step in the middle. I'm skipping 400 and skipping 600. And also the load time is moderate, so it's not that good, but still. What if I put like one more? You see, if I put two more, slow. You don't want to be slow. Like something slow, especially in our current time, having something slow, it's not really nice. Oh, so by the way, in the document over here, yeah, sorry, ambulance. Okay. Share tag is only 400. And for what else? Source for Ubuntu, I have 500 and 700. I'm just putting it over here so I can know later. I don't need to look for it. So looks like my work with the landing page is not really over, but when I have more time I'm gonna fix it. I want it to be better looking. And for the Source on Pro I have only 300, which is nice. Okay, and we are done with the CSS for now. Oops, sorry. So let me just take this guy over here, copy it, damn it. I click Control C instead of Control V. And then I'm gonna beautify it. Yeah, not much of a difference, I guess. Which is nice. Why is this guy always popping on the other side? I don't want you on the other side. I want you to be over here. Okay, I guess that you wanna be over there. So if you wanna be, bloody be. Body. Okay. And let me just save this. I'm gonna go live. And let me just, I don't need the fonts now, so what I'm gonna do is, let me go to my local server that I just created. It's empty. Of course it would be empty. And then for the body itself, let's see what we should do. Sorry about it. So what we should do is, let's start with the navigation in VSC Code, because I installed like this lint, sorry, I saw this like lint extension that just helps me. Also it has IntelliSense, which is also nice for Visual VSC. It has IntelliSense, so it can just suggest you, like it predicts what you want to do and just give you suggestions. And also, I don't know if you noticed in the previous video, the moment if I have an open div, like an open div element, and I don't have the closing tag, the moment I just do slash, it just automatically puts div in it, because it sees that there is an open tag over there. It just closes it, and you know that it guesses that you want to close it. There's nothing else to close. It's just only this guy open over there, so it closes it for you. You don't need to type div, like just slash and then bang, you're done. Good job, Microsoft. Okay, and let's go with nav. It also gives you suggestions over there, as you saw. Like it gives you like explanation. So if I write div, you see emmet abbreviation, div something, and then you close it down. And then this is the suggestions over here. You see, it gives you this explanation. I need a div, but actually I don't need one right now. So let me just go over here in the nav. And I want to put an ID of navbar, which over here, I don't have it open. I should have it open. Maybe I just close it down. Just open so I can see it again. Don't forget to stretch, guys, like stretching, boys and girls, sorry. Stretching is essential if you're going to sit for a long time. And you know what, I'm gonna switch the music. Let's go back to what I usually played. I tried with the chill stuff, but it's cool. I like it, but if you sit alone, like it's the middle of the night, it's almost 12 o'clock over here. Let's just put something a little bit more melodic. Give me a second. In the meantime, you can just read over here on the side, and let's see what I'm going to play. Should I go to Ireland again as yesterday? Should we go to Greece this time? Home of the true underground sound, the dirtiest house in Vancouver. Oh, you wanna go to Canada? I'm not really a fan of house music, but yeah, nah. Go to techno, because the radio says techno forever. Oh, that's a classic. Nice. Or where are you, Dublin? Okay, and we're back in Ireland. Okay, stretch your neck also. Yeah, a good way to stretch this, go like this. You see, this is internal, it's external. Externally, like why is it internal is because your thumbs, right? This is your thumbs. Inside, outside, so you can see with open hands. I want you to go outside. You extend it. If you have something else on the side, you don't put your shoulder up, you put your shoulder down. Grab one side and just pull slowly, and you can feel the switch all the way from the biceps. If you feel it from the biceps, you're in a bad position, better. Oh yeah, okay. And when you go, don't just go bang, slowly. Just do it slowly. Externally rotate again. I usually open my paw, and then I have a wall over here. So I just put over there. I put my shoulder down, chest up, so you can have your shoulder blades back. And what I do from over here is, okay, that's a good stretch. I can feel this is like I haven't been working out in a long time, and this is really bad. I'm in no position. I worked out for so many years, and now I just have to start all over again. But yeah, cheers. So yeah, let's see. We have music going. Let's leave it going in the background. I hope it's not too loud for you. Or actually, it's almost the same as my voice, so it is a little bit too loud for another radio. So yeah, let's just go over here. Okay, and then let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening over here. We have an F bar. You can put a header with CSS documentation. I'm going to do it similar to what they said over here. So let's just see. Yeah, this is the header, I guess, and this is like separate. So we're doing this part over here. Maybe I'm gonna finish this one for today and just go with tomorrow. And then we have the header over here. So then what we do is unorganized list, and I should start putting the links over here. Like everything over here is gonna be links. And what I did is I have this open on my other monitor. I have Mozilla open, like the Mozilla Developer Network, Web Docs, Introduction to CSS. And what I should do in my code is how many do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Should we have? We can just have. Yeah, let's have 12. Yeah, let's not overdo it. or we can always say F it and just make 14, the same as them. So let me just open it on this side over here, so you can see it as well. I don't need this one anymore. If my voice is too low, you can always comment later, because nobody's currently watching me, or as Army Van Buren, somebody is watching me, not in this case. Or let me just say I have this notification, what is happening. Okay. Oops. And then what we should do over here is, yeah, you have it over here, introduction to CSS. So let me just go and make it A for link, and then href. Href should be the part where there's going to be introduction. Href, and then from the href I should put a class on it, because from what they said, one of the requirements is damn it, it's not open, right? Maybe I should have closed it. Let me go back. I can see a main element with the corresponding ID main doc. The main element, we're going to do it later, which is going to be the main, the side with the page. Let's see, main section, blah blah blah. I can see a nav element with the corresponding ID nav bar, which I have already. The nav bar element should contain one header element which contains text that describes the topic of the technical documentation, which we have it, CSS documentation. And then additionally, the nav bar should contain link elements with class of nav link. There should be one for every element with the class main section. Okay, and that's what we're going to do now. So it should have a class of nav link. That's one thing I remember. Nav link. Then bang, we're done. Oops, sorry. Link, and then just let's write, because we need to write something inside it. Introduction to CSS. Save it, and this body is going to reload, and then oh nice, I have something going on. And what I'm gonna do is just copy the whole line over here, or wait, no. Just copy these guys, and then paste. No. No. It should be a list. Like I have an ordered list and I don't have a list element, which is weird. Damn it. And then over here over here, what is the next? Let's see. From all, oh no, from the Mozilla. Introduction to CSS. How CSS works. Or what I'm going to do, I'm going to open this one actually. I'm going to open it on the other side so I don't have to switch all the time. I have it open over here. Actually, just keep it open. I'm not going to switch all the time. I don't need to see the results. There's going to be empty text. I shouldn't have smelled the beer, but yeah, that's my problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, or we might add something from this side actually, so we'll just mix it, we'll just make it exciting. Over here is how CSS works, so let's just go how CSS works. If it's a question, it's weird. If it's not a question, it's okay. How CSS works? Like asking this, like asking yourself how CSS works. An explanation. Yeah. And then CSS syntax. So let's write over here syntax. And then what should I have? Let's do simple selectors also. Let's do simple, and over here. And then attribute selectors. Clever. And over here, let's say attribute. And what else should we do? Should we do CSS values and units? Yeah. CSS, oops. Go down here one more. Values and units. So let's just write values, units. ID, we're pointing it to a certain ID which we're going to include later in the main body. I wonder why the RPMs are so high. It makes sense. The RPMs are high because I have too many stuff open. You know what? I'm gonna remove the camera for a second. And let's see if it cools down properly like last time, because now with the second monitor, I notice, because it's a USB monitor, so the processor is sending all the information through the USB. and it's not through the video card. And I noticed that the temperature increased with like 10 degrees, which I don't know, maybe I'm just being too paranoid or something, but I saved money for a long time for this computer and I don't want to lose it. And if I lose it, I pretty much lose my life now. And you don't want to lose your life. All my work is here. All my work could be done only through this thing. So yeah. Okay. Let's just go again over here. And we have the values. Let's go to the styling. And how much did it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 over here. Let's just add how many more we need? 5. Let's just add 4. Let's just add what should we add actually? Fundamental text and font styling, or just styling 1, 2. Styling text overview, styling lists, styling links, and web fonts. And then use 2 from over here and 2 from over here. Like let's just put flexbox and grids. Okay, nice. Not bad. Copy this guy over here. And how should we call it? What did you say? I said that I'm going to use styling text. Style, let's just put it on style text, and then let's go over here, styling text overview, and then over here I'm going to put it as style. I said 4, right? Yeah, 4. Styling lists. Style list, and then styling lists. I'm gonna include one over here, which is going to be styling links, and then styling links, and then copy paste this guy over here. Styling, what should we do? Another one. Styling is advanced box effects. Creating fancy letter-headed paper. A cool looking box. Oh no, this is boxing or some web fonts. We're putting web fonts. So let's just go and just write web fonts. And just put everything over here. Web fonts. Okay. And then the next one is going to be styling box overview. So it's going to be style box and then styling box overview. And then advanced box effects. By the way, it's a really cool song. Ocean Lap, Sky Falls Down, Armin van Buuren remix. Armin van Buuren has been my favorite DJ for a really long time. I have been listening to his radio show State of Trance since episode I think the first time I listened to episode was 120 something. And what I noticed, by the way, is that the temperature does not really fall down, so I guess that the camera does not put a lot of stress on my processor. It doesn't put a lot of stress on my processor. Box effects, and I just write advanced box effects, and then let's just put two more, which is going to be flexbox and grids. Or should I do just layout overview? They just put flexbox and positioning actually. So just write flexbox, and over here also flexbox, and one more, which is going to be what, positioning, right? Position right over here. Positioning. Actually, let's write the same, because it's confusing later. Styling links, styling list, styling text overview. I know it's a little bit long, but for the sake values and units, let's just leave it like this. Attribute selectors. I'm gonna actually turn on the camera. It really does not make any difference. Attribute selectors, simple selectors. And just CSS syntax, how CSS works, and then we have introduction to CSS. Cheers. So what we have now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I guess we matched it. Not bad. And then, yeah, we have it closed, and then we have The nav also closed. And after the nav, so the navigation should be done actually. Let's save it. You see the navigation is done over here. Oh, oops, daisy, you see we have a problem over here. And again over here. Looks like I selected it by mistake. Okay, now it's clean. And let's see what do they want of us to do for the main. We should have a main. Main that is with an ID of main doc. Or actually, how much did I do? I did 1 hour and 15 minutes. So I actually did 1 hour of streaming. Should I actually, yeah, let's leave it for today. It's time for me to sleep. And what I would do for tomorrow, yeah, let's leave it like this, and tomorrow I'm gonna continue on. Hello there again. Let's see. Tomorrow I'm gonna go again to a co-working space and just sit down and finalize all the HTML. And if I could, if there is time also, the HTML shouldn't take that much. There's gonna be a lot of copy and paste, and it's pretty much pointless to just stream it. So just prepare it, because the idea is just like copy and paste the information from MDN and just make a technical document based on that thing, because I don't want to write like everything from zero. So I just prepare it tomorrow, and if I can touch a little bit from the main CSS would be nice also. So let's see, concentrate tomorrow the whole day and see until what I can do, and tomorrow I can update of what happened. If I could finish this project this week would be nice, and then there's going to be only one project left. Okay, yeah, so let's do this for today. Don't forget, learning through freeCodeCamp.org, tools, OBS, open source streaming too, and then I have Visual Studio Code as my text editor. If there's if you like the song, there it is, it's up there. Not this is not the song. This this is the song over here. Like, is this line over here, and then you can also, oops, it's weird, follow me on Twitter if you want, would be much appreciated. Also subscribe. If you're watching live, subscribe now. If you're watching later, like and subscribe. I am let's see how things turn out in the future. I want to talk more about user experience and like how I'm learning this aspect of the design field, and yeah, and if I can, I would be nice like to just maybe live stream how I'm working with Sketch. I'm considering just like renewing my license, and or maybe I can just live stream Framer, which is a tool I want to learn, and I'm going to need to learn how to code properly. And the framer, the first framer, the framer is based on CoffeeScript, which is on a language based off of JavaScript. So it's nice to know JavaScript and how JavaScript works. CoffeeScript is pretty much the simplified JavaScript, like a simplified JavaScript. And the new framer, Framer X or Framer 10, I'm not sure how to, Framer X, people say Framer X, is going to be a tool. It's still in beta, but it's going to be a tool that utilizes React. So knowing React is going to be a big plus. Like currently, because it's in a really early beta, I can actually show you if you want. But yeah, I just wanted to show actually. It's in really early beta, so unlike the framer software, it does not have design tool and code tool separately now. It just has design tool. A code tool, the coding part, is going to be included later, from what they say. But it's a plus if you know how to use React. And let's see. I hope the software succeeds in the future. The framer team has been doing an amazing job. And yeah, okay. So I guess this is going to be for today. I wish everybody a good night, or a good morning, or a good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world and when you're watching this video. If there's any questions, or if you want to contact me, just go down here, Twitter, slide into my DMs. Also, what else? Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's see you tomorrow, I guess. Bye bye. And also another cheers. Low calorie beer. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the best, but still. Okay. Bye bye everybody. Good night.